Welcome to the channel and video uncovering one of the hottest topic in the coin collecting world, the most valuable 1978 20-cent coin from Australia, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, is a circulated decimal coin of historical and collectible interest. This coin was issued by the Royal Australian Mint as part of the country's post-1966 decimal currency system. It is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, cupronickel. Has a mass of 11.31 grams, a diameter of 28.52 millimeters, and a reeded edge, maintaining the standard specifications of the Australian 20-cent series introduced in 1966. The obverse front of the coin displays the second definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, showing her crowned and facing right. Around the rim is the legend, Elizabeth II Australia 1978. On the reverse, the design by Stuart Devlin features an image of a platypus swimming with curved water lines, representing one of Australia's most iconic native animals. This flowing aquatic motif is one of the most recognizable among Australian coinage. In terms of mintage, the 1978 20-cent coin saw a production of approximately 27.82 million coins, which places it within a moderately common range for circulation issues. As a result, most 1978 coins are widely available in circulated condition and are not rare in lower grades. However, as with most older decimal coins, condition and strike quality dramatically affect their value. For example, a heavily circulated 1978 coin with noticeable wear, loss of luster, and rim nicks will typically fetch 20 cents to 50 cents AUD in Australian secondary markets, simply representing its face value and minor collector interest. However, in higher circulated grades like VF, very fine, or YF, extremely fine, where the platypus and queen's hair details are still visible but show modest wear, values rise slightly to the $1 to $2 AUD range. Once coins approach AU, about uncirculated, or UNC uncirculated grades, the value begins to increase more meaningfully, especially for collectors seeking well-preserved examples from each year in the series. A mint state coin, graded MS60, MS63, may be worth $3 to $6 AUD, depending on visual appeal, strike quality, and surface condition. Coins graded MS64, MS65, with minimal marks, full mint luster, and a sharp strike, can be worth $7 to $15 AUD. Exceptionally well-struck coins in MS66, MS67 are quite scarce for 1978 and may fetch $20 to $35 AUD, particularly from collectors assembling high-end decimal sets. While the 1978 coin does not exist in proof form for public circulation, proof coins struck for collector sets by the Royal Australian Mint, featuring mirror-like fields and frosted devices, exist and are valued much higher. A proof 1978 20-cent coin in perfect condition can be worth $25 to $50 AUD, especially if it remains in its original presentation packaging. It's also worth noting that coins in original mint rolls, or mint bags, often yield premium examples with good luster and minimal handling. A major factor affecting value is condition and grading accuracy, particularly as the platypus design is prone to wear along the waterlines and body, and the queen's cheek and crown are often first to show friction. Collectors also seek well-centered strikes, clean surfaces, and natural toning. Error coins from 1978, while rare, are especially prized. Examples include off-center strikes, planchet flaws, die cracks, and broad strikes. A genuine error could be worth anywhere from $50 to over $500 Australian dollars, depending on severity and eye appeal. Double strikes, die cuts, or rotated dies are particularly collectible. However, error coin authentication is essential to avoid confusion with post-mint damage. Grading plays a vital role. Collectors use a 70-point scale, where anything graded MS60 or above is considered mint state, and each grade increment implies better preservation. Coins stored in protective holders, such as 2x2 flips or PCGS/NGC slabs, retain value longer due to reduced environmental damage. A certified and slabbed 1978 20C in MS66 or higher by PCGS or NGC will command premium interest internationally. It is also common for these coins to develop attractive toning, which may either increase or decrease value depending on collector preference and eye appeal. Generally, coins with original patina and no signs of cleaning or polishing are favored. The 1980 Australian 20-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a standard issue from the post-decimal currency era that holds both historical and collectible value among numismatists, especially those interested in Commonwealth coinage. Minted by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, this coin was produced in high quantities and is made from cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. It has a diameter of 28.52 millimeters, a thickness of 2.50 millimeters, a weight of 11.31 grams, and a reeded edge. The obverse side of the coin features the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, which was used on Australian coinage from 1966 to 1984. In this portrait, the Queen faces right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, and the surrounding legend reads, Elizabeth II Australia 1980. The reverse side is beautifully designed by Stuart Devlin, Australia's most prolific coin designer, and showcases a platypus swimming gracefully through stylized rippling water, a tribute to one of Australia's most iconic and unique native animals. This design remains a favorite among collectors due to its motion, fluidity, and depth of detail. The 1980 mintage was quite large, with approximately 63.9 million coins struck for circulation, making it one of the most heavily produced 20-cent coins of the era. Due to the high mintage, this coin is very common in lower circulated grades. In good G to fine F condition, where the coin shows heavy wear with loss of most detail on both the Queen's hair and the platypus water lines, the value is typically 20 cents to 50 cents AUD, meaning it is primarily a face value coin for everyday commerce and entry-level collectors. In very fine VF condition, the coin will still show noticeable wear, but key details such as the Queen's facial features and the platypus outline and head are still visible. At this level, the value can rise to about 75 cents to $1 AUD. In extremely fine YEF condition, most of the coin's details remain sharp, and the coin may still have a slight luster. This brings the value up to around $1.50 to $2.50 AUD, especially if the surfaces are relatively clean. The true collector value begins to rise with coins in about uncirculated AU condition, where only slight traces of wear exist on the highest points, particularly on the Queen's hair and the top of the platypus. AU coins often display some original mint luster and fetch values between $3 and $5 Australian dollars, depending on eye appeal and overall surface quality. In uncirculated mint state condition, graded MS60 to MS63, the coin will exhibit full design details, sharp strike, and remaining mint luster. These coins usually sell for $5 to $10 Australian dollars, though price depends on whether the coin has bag marks, scratches, or dulling. At the higher mint state levels, MS64 to MS66, where the coin is almost flawless, values can rise substantially, ranging from $15 to $30 Australian dollars, and these coins are often targeted by serious collectors building registry sets or date-year collections. Premium specimens graded MS67 or higher by professional third-party grading services such as PCGS or NGC can command $40 to $70 Australian dollars or more, depending on the sharpness of strike, brilliance, and lack of contact marks. Coins with natural rainbow or golden toning, if attractive and not caused by improper storage, can also raise market value. Although the 1980 20-cent coin was not officially issued in proof for general collectors as part of a standard proof set, a very limited number of specimen strikes and polished examples may exist in mint collection sets or dealer archives. If confirmed to be genuine specimen or proof-like coins with highly reflective fields and frosted designs, these can be worth $30 to $80 Australian dollars, though rarity and authenticity are critical. Coins with unusual characteristics should be authenticated before any major value is attributed. Another important aspect of the 1980 20-cent coin is the potential for mint errors, which are always highly sought after by collectors. Common error types include off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, cuds, double strikes, and broad strikes. A minor but genuine error, such as a die chip or slightly misaligned die, could raise the coin's value to $20 to $50 AUD. More dramatic errors, such as a 10 to 20% off-center strike or a significant clipped planchet, could increase the value to $100 to $300 Australian dollars or more, especially if the date and key design elements remain visible. Authentication and condition remain the most important criteria for error coin pricing. For long-term preservation, Collectors are advised to store coins in non-PVC flips, hard plastic capsules, or 2x2 cardboard holders, keeping them away from moisture and handling. Circulated examples are common and widely available, but truly high-quality uncirculated examples are becoming harder to locate as the years go by, and prices for these are expected to slowly appreciate over time due to growing interest in vintage decimal coinage. Collectors assembling full date sets of 20-cent coins, especially those using the Arnold McKim obverse, which ended in 1984, frequently search for clean examples from each year. The 1980 coin holds a key position within that timeline. In conclusion, the 1980 20-cent Elizabeth II coin is a popular and affordable collectible in circulated condition and offers increasing value in uncirculated, mint state, and error varieties. Though millions were struck, only a small percentage remain in pristine condition, and high-grade examples are steadily becoming more desirable. Whether for completing a date run, collecting Australian wildlife-themed coins, or simply preserving a part of Australia's monetary history, the 1980 20-cent coin remains a strong and enduring choice for both novice and seasoned numismatists.